Visions of Love there, Mariah Carey. Mariah, an amazing song that was.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Your vocal talent, and it's just one of those things you just have to sit back and just go, wow, how does she do it? How do you do it?
I've been singing my whole life, you know. I just can't imagine not doing it. It's what I love more than anything in the world. So.
When you grew up, was it things you used to like walk around the house singing at the top of your voice and going up and down?
Everything, no matter what it was, I was just singing it. I mean, they couldn't shut me up, put it that way.
Your mother was an opera singer or opera coach. Did she actually coach you at all?
She was an opera singer with New York City Opera, and she also was a vocal coach, and she still is. And she did help me when I was growing up, teaching me just like breath techniques, you know, for helping you not ruin your voice and stuff like that.
And those early days when you actually got involved in music and you managed to make that first video, how did you feel when you stepped back and looked at your first video?
I don't know. It's really hard because, you know, you're not really in control of it. Like when I'm doing my music, I'm in control of that, and I can dictate what the outcome of my song is going to be. But with the video, you have to put your life into someone else's hands, so it's kind of difficult. But my new video, Dream Lover, was done by a really good friend of mine, Diane Martell, and that's definitely my favorite video that I've ever had because it's really my personality coming across a lot more, I think.
I enjoyed that video. In fact, we're going to show that one later in the show, and we'll talk about that one too as well. It's the soul of MTV here now. Let me see, what am I going to show you? Someday, that video and that song, that was from the
First album.
First album. And was there, you did more R&B and swing on that album compared to this new album, Music Box. Was that again just you decided to do things in that way? Is it like for this new album, Music Box, you decided to do more ballads?
I guess so. I mean, I didn't really consciously think about it, you know what I mean? It was just like I did whatever came to me at that moment. And, you know, there's some up-tempos on this one. The first single, Dream Lover, I did with Dave Hall, who does a lot more street records, a lot of rap stuff, and I really like his work. So we got together and we did it together. And there's a remix of the song that was done by David Morales, and he's really, really popular in the clubs, and he just redid the whole track, and I re-sang all the vocals. So I really like that. And I worked with Clavillis and Cole again. So, you know, there are more ballads on this album, but that's just the way it happened to be.
Okay. Well, this is it, Mariah Carey, Someday, here on the Soul of MTV. In fact, one of my favorite Mariah Carey videos and songs, Someday, here on the Soul of MTV. Stay tuned. Mariah Carey there, I'll be there with the MTV Unplugged. How did Trey get such a high note there? Was he copying you?
No, he wasn't copying me. That's his style of singing, and he's really talented. And when I first heard him sing, I was like, really, I mean, flipped out. I was like, that comes out of you? I mean, he does those incredible high notes, and so I just, I had to help him out, and I was glad that he could sing with me on that song.
Because now he's doing well of his own solo career as well.
Right, he's working on a new album right now, and he's really excited about that. And he's going to be singing with me on my tour, on the song I'll Be There, so that's going to be fun because he's crazy whenever we get together. He makes me laugh. He's insane.
Your tour, this is going to be your first tour, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
In the States, first of all?
I'm starting the tour in November, and I'm going to start out doing the major cities in the States, and then hopefully next year come over here.
It's coming to Europe soon. Coming to Europe soon. Okay, we're going to show a video of Trey Loren's photograph of Mary. You had involvement in his album. Did you do any writing with him at all?
I actually co-produced the song Photograph of Mary, and I co-produced a few other tracks on the album. And there's some really, really great songs on that album that I hope people will get the opportunity to hear because I don't know if, you know, a lot of people have gotten the chance to really hear, but he's a very good songwriter as well, and he co-wrote a lot of great songs on that album. So.
Trey Loren's getting props there. Here we go. This is him with Photograph of Mary. I'll be back with Mariah Carey here at Lake Garda. Got that right?
Yep.
Here in Italy. See you soon. Here we are in Italy, myself, Richie Rich, with Mariah Carey, and we're in Italy talking about your new album right now. Your new album, Music Box. First of all, why Music Box? What was the idea behind that title?
Well, when we were writing the song, name of the sound was called Music Box on the synthesizer, and I just started calling it Music Box because the lyrics weren't written yet, and after I finished the lyrics, it seemed like nothing else seemed to fit as well as that, so I kept it, and I thought it would be a cool title for the album, so.
How do you go about entitling some of your tracks? For instance, the next track we're going to play, I Don't Want to Cry. Is it things that you feel when you're writing these tracks, or is it things that just come into your mind at the time?
Usually what I do is I work on the music first, and if I'm collaborating with someone, and I do a few different melodies, and then I take the tape home, listen to it, and whatever the music makes me feel, I write about it. But that particular song, that title was actually Narda, Michael Walden's idea. We wrote that song together, so I don't know if I would have named it the same thing.
You like getting involved with writing music too?
Yeah, I couldn't imagine doing it without it. I wouldn't want someone to just hand me a song and sing it and leave. It's not me.
I suppose it helps you to sort of, it's a sort of release. You can let things out, you can talk about your problems, whatever, anything in your mind, you can actually release for your music.
Definitely. I don't know what I'd do if I couldn't do that.
Okay, here's Mariah Carey, Don't Want to Cry, here on the Soul of MTV, just for you.
Don't go away. I'm Mariah Carey here with Richie Rich, and you're watching The Soul of MTV.
To the Soul of MTV here with me, Richie Rich, and my special guest, Mariah Carey. It's good to be here.
Nice to be here.
But I tell you what, I had to bring some of this British weather with me here, this rain and stuff. But never mind, we're here. And yes, I tell you what, Dream Lover is a nice track. I like the way it's incorporated the hip-hop grooves with the soul singing too. Is that something you'd enjoy doing?
Yeah, I had a really good time making that record. Again, I did it with Dave Hall, and it was a new experience for me to work with him. And I think that we really complemented each other because we are so different, our styles of what we do. So I had a great time doing that. And it's one of my favorites on the album.
Okay. It looks like you enjoyed making the video too.
Yeah, I had a great time making the video. All I did was hang out near my house, upstate New York, and be with my friends and swim, my dogs, and my friends, and it was fun.
Okay. So who was it, like fully choreographed, all the movements in that video, the dancers and everything, and was that you really in the balloon as well? That
was me in the balloon. I insisted on going in the balloon. They didn't want to let me go because they thought it was too dangerous, and I love adventure. So I said, I'm going in this thing. You can't stop me. So I went up, and I flew away at the end, but the guy I was actually flying it, and the guy was underneath my, the basket, so you couldn't see him. And so he would tap me on the leg, and I would have to hit the hot air stuff. So all of a sudden, he bursts up, and we're like about to go over these power lines, and I thought I was going to die. It was very, very scary, but I flew away, and I had a good time.
Oh, wow, okay. Your next single from Dream Lover after that now is Hero. Tell me a bit about that single.
The song Hero is basically, it's a song I wrote, and it's about really looking inside yourself and being your own hero and not having to always look for a role model or, someone else out there to help you get what you want or to make it, okay just to be yourself. You can look inside yourself and make things right.
You think that's important for people these days, especially?
I do. I really think it's important. And I had a mother who told me that my whole life, and a lot of kids don't have that. So I think it's important to kind of get that message out there.
Okay. Well, the new album, in fact, just before we go about the new album, the video, have you started working on the video yet at all for this Hero?
The video is done. It's a live performance. It was done when I taped a special for NBC in upstate New York. I did a concert, and we used the actual performance from that, and I like it much better than, it's really hard to do a video for ballads. It's like, it's boring, same old thing, so.
Well, I tell you what, I can't wait to see your next tour here when you come to Europe. Hopefully that'll be next year.
Hope so.
Okay. And you've got lots of good special things?
Yes.
Yeah. You're going to start getting down to your tour, working on your tour when you get back to the States, I guess?
Right. I have to go, from here I'm going to Japan, and then I'll be going home to start rehearsing.
Wow. Okay. Well, we look forward to it. I'm sure it's going to be as good as this latest album. I'm sure this new album is going to be multi-platinum too, just like the others as well.
Thank you very much.
Mariah Carey, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you very soon here on the Soul of MTV.
Okay.
Once again, maybe.
Okay.
Okay.
Definitely.
Soul of MTV here saying goodbye. We'll see you very soon, same time, same place, next week. In fact, make sure you catch me, Richie Rich, on your big TV, MTV. That's right, the Soul of MTV. We'll see you soon, leaving you with Mariah Carey and Dream Lover.